Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel Expensive Coins. Today we are diving deep into the world of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market. If you love treasures that can change your fortune overnight, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and of course watch it till the very end, because what I'm about to show you may blow your mind. We are talking about three extraordinary coins from the United States of America. The Monticello Jefferson 5-cent coins of 1996, 1998, and 1999. These are not just ordinary nickels you spend without thinking. These are coins that, in their rarest forms, in silver-toned surfaces or even in dirty, circulated conditions, have become major players in the coin collecting world. First one is the 1996 Monticello 5-cent, often overlooked as just another nickel, is one such coin. To the casual spender, it is a simple piece of change, but to the trained eye of a collector, it could represent unimaginable wealth. This coin holds the power to turn an average person into a millionaire overnight, and its story is one worth telling with all the energy and fascination it deserves. First, let's take a close look at the physical aspects of this treasure. The 1996 Monticello nickel carries the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, his face detailed with sharp lines that reflect the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. On the reverse rests the Monticello Jefferson's grand estate, depicted with columns and a dome that speak of both history and elegance. At first glance, it is ordinary, but when rarity and condition align, this coin transforms from a mere 5 cents into a fortune. The standard weight of the 1996 Jefferson nickel is about 5 grams, a balance that has been carefully maintained in U.S. coinage. Its diameter measures 21.2 millimeters, giving it the solid, reassuring size that collectors admire when holding one between their fingers. The coin's thickness is approximately 1.95 millimeters, thin enough to stack neatly yet thick enough to endure the wear of circulation. These exact specifications make each piece uniform, but within this uniformity, rare errors and special conditions are born. When it comes to material, the 1996 Monticello nickel is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, a blend of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This mixture not only gives the coin its silvery appearance but also ensures durability, allowing it to resist tarnishing even after years of circulation. But here is where the magic begins. Sometimes, minting mistakes cause unusual colorations, off-metal strikes, or double designs. These errors, once detected, are what turn an everyday coin into an extraordinary collector's dream. Imagine stumbling upon one of these nickels in your pocket change and realizing it is a rare variety, perhaps with a doubled Monticello design or a misaligned strike. In auctions, these small imperfections skyrocket values into the thousands and, in some cases, millions. Collectors battle fiercely for such pieces, knowing that rarity is the heartbeat of coin collecting, and the 1996 nickel has produced enough mysteries to stand among the most valuable. Condition plays a vital role as well. A coin that has survived nearly 3 decades in mint state, with no scratches, no wear, and its original luster intact, can fetch astronomical sums. Even a simple nickel, under the right conditions, becomes a gemstone in the eyes of serious collectors. And when that coin carries an error, its value is magnified tenfold. It is this element of surprise, this possibility of striking gold within a humble 5-cent piece, that has made the 1996 Monticello nickel legendary. Stories circulate of people discovering rare nickels tucked away in old jars, wallets, or dusty drawers, only to later realize they were holding on to fortunes. The coin's power lies not in its face value but in its rarity and demand among enthusiasts who are willing to pay unimaginable amounts to secure one. Another fascinating aspect of this coin is its historical context. The 1996 nickel came at a time when the U.S. Mint was producing millions of coins, yet only a fraction contained the anomalies that today bring fame and fortune. This era was the calm before the major design changes of the 2000s, making the 1996 nickel a symbol of tradition and transition. Collectors value it not only for its rarity but also for the way it represents a closing chapter in American coinage design. To hold one of these rare nickels is to hold a story. It speaks of Jefferson's vision, the pride of American craftsmanship, and the unintentional beauty of minting errors that defy expectation. Every groove, every shine, every misstrike is a piece of history wrapped in metal. It is no wonder that people guard these coins with their lives once they realize their worth. Imagine the life-changing moment of discovering that your simple pocket change contains a coin worth millions. Overnight, the 1996 Monticello nickel has the potential to alter destinies. It is not just money, it is opportunity, power, and legacy, all compressed into a 5-gram disc of copper and nickel. For collectors, the chase is part of the passion. They know that somewhere out there, perhaps even in circulation today, lies a rare 1996 nickel waiting to be discovered. And when it surfaces, it will send waves through the auction houses, driving bids higher and higher as enthusiasts fight for ownership of this small but mighty treasure. Every detail matters: the shimmer of its luster, the strike of its design, the whisper of a minting flaw that makes it stand apart. To the untrained eye, it is nothing. To the expert, it is everything. And that is what makes the 1996 Monticello nickel one of the most thrilling coins ever minted in the United States. So, if you come across one, don't spend it. Don't let it slip into the hands of someone unaware of its power. Hold it close, research its details, and know that you may be holding a once-in-a-lifetime fortune. This nickel is not just 5 cents, it is a gateway to wealth and a testament to the incredible world of numismatics. In the end, the 1996 Monticello 5-cent is proof that treasure still circulates among us, hidden in plain sight. It reminds us that fortune favors the observant, that history hides in everyday objects, and that sometimes the smallest coins carry the greatest power. This is not just a coin, it is a miracle of chance, and it may just be the key to changing your fortune forever. Next is, when you think of the year 1998, you probably imagine a world moving quickly toward the new millennium, technology booming, culture shifting, and everyday life changing. But tucked away in the pockets of ordinary Americans at that time was something extraordinary: the Monticello 5-cent coin. At face value, it was just a nickel, but beneath its simple appearance, some of these 1998 nickels carried a secret, a rarity so powerful that today they are valued in the millions. This is the story of how a coin worth only 5 cents could transform into a key to unimaginable fortune. The 1998 Monticello nickel features the classic design of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. His dignified portrait, staring confidently to the left, reflects both history and leadership. On the reverse lies the Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, an icon of American architecture engraved with precision and pride. To most people, these details are ordinary, but to collectors, they are a canvas where rare errors and variations can make one coin more valuable than a lifetime of work. Let's start with the basics. The standard weight of the 1998 Jefferson nickel is 5 grams, a sturdy, balanced feel in the palm. Its diameter measures 21.2 millimeters, a size that gives it presence without being overwhelming. The thickness is around 1.95 millimeters, slim enough to be practical yet substantial enough to endure decades of use. These precise dimensions are crucial because even the slightest deviation caused by minting errors can make a coin rare beyond imagination. Now, let's talk about the material. Like its siblings from other years, the 1998 nickel is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This mixture gives the coin its silvery color, but beneath that shine is the reddish tone of copper that sometimes peeks through with age and wear. The durability of this alloy was intentional, designed to withstand circulation, but it is within this very material that strange, beautiful minting flaws can occur. Strikes off center, double dies, or planchets struck on the wrong metal can all result in coins worth millions today. Imagine holding a 1998 nickel and noticing something just a little off. Maybe the Monticello looks doubled, maybe Jefferson's profile appears thicker, maybe the edges seem unusual. That small detail could be the difference between spending 5 cents and cashing in for a life-changing sum at an auction. Collectors know this, and that's why they scrutinize every 1998 nickel they encounter, hoping to spot that golden mistake. Condition, as always, plays a massive role. A 1998 nickel in mint state, still glowing with its original luster and free from scratches, is a rare find by itself. But combine perfect condition with a mint error, and suddenly you're holding a coin worth not thousands but millions. In the coin world, perfection plus rarity equals treasure, and the 1998 nickel has proven itself as one of the most fascinating examples. Some of these nickels are still hiding in plain sight. Imagine rummaging through an old jar of change, only to pull out a 1998 nickel that looks unusually sharp or oddly struck. At first, it might seem like just another coin, but as the truth emerges, that humble piece of metal could reveal itself to be a fortune tucked away in your pocket. That is the magic of the 1998 Monticello nickel. It carries the possibility of turning everyday life into an extraordinary story. The history of this coin also adds weight to its legend. The late 1990s was a time of high mint production, which makes rare errors even more spectacular because they stand out in the midst of billions of flawless strikes. Collectors view this as a perfect storm. A common coin suddenly becomes rare because of an unusual imperfection. And rarity, as every collector knows, is the heartbeat of value. Holding one of these nickels is more than holding money, it is holding history. Every groove in Jefferson's hair, every column of Monticello, every glimmer of metal carries the legacy of American craftsmanship. And when those details reveal something unexpected, like a doubling or a misstrike, the coin becomes a living testament to how accidents can sometimes create treasures. Think about it. 5 grams of copper and nickel, crafted for nothing more than small purchases, today has the power to buy mansions, cars, or even change entire futures. This is why people guard their rare 1998 nickels with pride. They know that what seems ordinary to the world is in fact extraordinary, a secret wealth known only to those who understand coins. For collectors, the 1998 nickel represents the thrill of the hunt. It reminds them that even in a world flooded with coins, treasures can still be found in circulation. The possibility that one overlooked coin could carry unimaginable value keeps the excitement alive, driving collectors to examine every nickel they come across. And so, the 1998 Monticello 5-cent piece is not just a coin, it's a beacon of hope, a symbol of hidden fortune, and proof that extraordinary value can be found in the smallest of things. It tells us that luck often hides where we least expect it, waiting for the right eyes to uncover it. So if you ever stumble upon a 1998 nickel, pause before you spend it. Look closer. Check the shine, the strike, the details. Because you may just be holding a millionaire's dream in your hand, a coin that doesn't just belong to history but has the power to rewrite your future. In the end, the 1998 Monticello nickel proves that fortune does not always come in gold bars or glittering jewels. Sometimes, it arrives quietly in the form of a 5-cent piece, carrying within it the power to change your life forever. This is not just a coin, it is a legend waiting to be discovered. Next is... The year 1999 marked the end of a century, a time of anticipation as the world stood on the edge of a new millennium. But while many were looking forward to the future, tucked away in the coin struck that year was a quiet marvel, the Monticello 5-cent piece. At first glance, it looked no different than any other nickel in circulation, but hidden among the ordinary lay ultra-rare treasures, coins that would one day be valued in the millions, capable of transforming an ordinary life into a story of wealth and wonder. The obverse of this 1999 nickel proudly displays the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. His noble gaze, turned slightly to the left, captures the strength and vision of a founding father. The reverse features his Virginia home, Monticello, with every column and dome etched with artistry. But within this design, sometimes imperfections or unusual minting errors emerged, and it is these tiny deviations that make the 1999 nickel one of the most extraordinary finds in modern coinage. Let us start with its foundation. The standard weight of the 1999 Monticello 5-cent is 5 grams, balanced perfectly in the hand. Its diameter measures 21.2 millimeters, giving it just the right size for practical circulation. The thickness is 1.95 millimeters, slim but strong enough to endure decades of use in commerce. These numbers may sound ordinary, but when even the smallest variation occurs, be it in thickness, strike, or shape, that coin suddenly steps out of the ordinary into the world of rarity. The material composition of the 1999 nickel is a resilient alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This mixture gives the coin its silver-gray luster, with hints of reddish copper beneath as it ages. This alloy was chosen for its durability, but in rare cases, accidents in minting cause coins to be struck on the wrong metal planchet, instantly creating pieces that collectors are willing to pay fortunes to own. Imagine a nickel struck on a dime's silver planchet or one misaligned during striking. Such coins are the legends of numismatic auctions. When collectors examine the 1999 nickel, they are searching for uniqueness. They look at Jefferson's cheekbones, his jawline, his lettering. They turn the coin to see if Monticello's steps are sharply struck or oddly blurred. They check the edges for signs of doubling or clipping. For most coins, nothing unusual will appear. But in that rare magical instance when something does, you are no longer holding a nickel, you are holding a millionaire's dream. Condition plays a decisive role in the destiny of a coin. A 1999 nickel fresh from the mint, with full brilliance and no scratches, already stands apart from circulated pieces. But when such a pristine condition coincides with an error or variation, it creates a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. Collectors know that a flawless coin with a dramatic flaw is the holy grail of numismatics, and that is why the 1999 nickel holds such irresistible allure. Think of it this way. Billions of nickels were minted in 1999, but only a handful carry the traits that make them priceless. This imbalance, common in production but rare in error, fuels the excitement. It is like a lottery hidden in plain sight. Anyone who takes the time to look closely might stumble upon the jackpot, unknowingly resting in an old jar of change or the drawer of a desk. Beyond value, the 1999 Monticello nickel is steeped in symbolism. It reminds us of Jefferson's enduring legacy, of the foundations of American democracy, and of the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. Each strike carries history, but some carry destiny. And it is that destiny, the chance for unimaginable fortune, that makes the 1999 nickel one of the most talked about modern rarities. Imagine the shock of discovering that a coin you've carried in your pocket for years is worth millions. That's the power hidden inside the 1999 nickel. For collectors, this thrill of discovery is unmatched, and for ordinary people, it is proof that fortune can arrive unexpectedly, wrapped in the humblest form. Auctions have proven time and again that collectors will fight fiercely for rare nickels. Bidding wars erupt, prices soar, and what began as a simple 5-cent piece becomes the centerpiece of numismatic history. In these dramatic moments, the 1999 nickel transforms into more than currency. It becomes a legend, a symbol of wealth born from the smallest details. This is why experts insist, never underestimate a nickel. Especially not one from 1999. For in its curves, its shine, and its mistakes lies the possibility of life-changing value. One coin, 5 grams, struck in an ordinary year, can hold extraordinary power. The 1999 Monticello nickel is not merely metal. It is a story of chance, craftsmanship, and destiny. It represents the idea that even in the most common of things lies the potential for greatness. And in this case, that greatness translates into unimaginable financial reward for the lucky finder. So, the next time you come across a 1999 nickel, pause. Hold it under the light. Look closely at Jefferson's face, at the Monticello, at the letters and edges. Because if you happen to spot the rare sign of an error or an unusual strike, you are not holding 5 cents, you are holding a fortune, a coin that could change your entire future. And in the end, that is the magic of the 1999 Monticello 5-cent piece. A coin so ordinary, yet so extraordinary, it reminds us that sometimes the path to fortune is hidden in the smallest, simplest objects. This nickel is more than money, it is opportunity in your palm, waiting for the right person to recognize its true worth.